In Part 1, we explained how compression tube fittings work and why proper tightening is critical. Now, in Part 2, we will continue with common tube fitting types, tubing bends, vibration loops, special tubing tools, and field installation best practices. Let's start with common tube fitting types. A fitting that connects tube to pipe thread is called a connector. A fitting that connects tube to tube is called a union. A male connector connects a tube to a female threaded port. A female connector connects a tube to a male threaded pipe connection. A union connects one tube directly to another tube. If a union connects two different tube sizes, it is called a reducing union. A bulkhead fitting is used when tubing must pass through a panel, cabinet wall, or enclosure. It looks similar to a normal connector or union, but it has a longer fitting body and an additional nut. That extra nut locks the fitting into the panel hole. Bulkhead fittings are useful for instrument cabinets, analyzer panels, and control enclosures where tubes must pass cleanly through a wall. Tube fittings also come in different shapes. Elbows are used to change direction without bending the tube itself. Common elbow types include male elbow, female elbow, and union elbow. Most elbows are 90 degrees, but 45-degree elbows are also common. T's are used to join three fluid lines together. A T may have one pipe connection and two tube connections, or it may have three tube connections. A cross-fitting joins four tubes together. To close an open tube end, we use a cap. To seal an open fitting port, we use a plug. Tube bending is both a skill and an art. A well-installed tubing system should look professional. The bends should be clean. The terminations should be square. Parallel tubes should remain parallel, and crossing tubes should be perpendicular when possible. Good bending is not only about appearance, it also improves reliability. Every fitting connection is a possible leak point, so when possible, it is better to bend the tube instead of adding unnecessary elbows or unions. Fewer fittings usually means fewer potential leak points. When long tubing runs require unions, the installer should think about future maintenance. If several unions are installed side by side, they should be offset from each other. This makes it easier to access the fitting nuts with a wrench. The idea is simple. Install tubing not only for today, but also for future maintenance. Good tubing work should be reliable, clean, and serviceable. Now let's talk about vibration. If tubing connects a fixed object to a vibrating object, a straight tube run is not a good idea. Straight tubing does not have much flexibility. Vibration can create stress, fatigue, and eventually cracking or leakage. To solve this problem, installers use a vibration loop. A vibration loop gives the tubing extra flexibility. It allows the tube to absorb movement and vibration safely. This is especially common around control valves and other equipment that may vibrate during operation. Special tools are available to help install compression tube fittings correctly. Some tools use an electric motor to rotate the fitting nut by a precise angle. This helps create consistent tightening and reduces stress on the technician's hand and wrist. In high-reliability industries, special tools may also record tightening data. This can include the action number, tightening angle, date, and time. Such records are useful for quality control and traceability. Hydraulic swaging tools may also be used for larger instrument compression fittings. As always, the correct tool depends on the fitting manufacturer, fitting size, tube material, and project requirements. Let's summarize some field best practices. First, always use the correct tube size and fitting type. Second, cut the tube cleanly and squarely. Third, deburr the tube end if required. Fourth, insert the tube fully into the fitting body. Fifth, follow the manufacturer's tightening instructions. Sixth, use a no-go gap gauge when required. Seventh, avoid unnecessary fittings by using proper tube bending. Eighth, Provide vibration loops where tubing connects to vibrating equipment. And finally, never reuse damaged or overstressed fittings. Tube and tube fittings may look small, but they are critical parts of industrial instrumentation systems. A properly installed tube fitting provides a strong, leak-tight connection. A poorly installed fitting can cause leakage, downtime, or safety problems. Understanding fitting types, bending practices, vibration loops, and installation tools helps technicians and engineers build safer and more reliable instrument systems. That is the foundation of good instrument tubing work. If this video helped you understand tube and tube fittings, subscribe for more practical electrical, instrumentation, and control training videos.